So the use of data is really important here for us at MCHD. We just implemented new video laryngoscopes, and the thought that goes into implementing a new program or a new process or a new product or a new protocol, the thought we put into those things ahead of time are really, really important. Do you want to talk about the training we had set up for the new video laryngoscopes?
Yeah, with this new device came a new procedure and kind of technique for intubation. And with that comes the need for a lot of training and a service that's our size. That was a big undertaking to make sure that all the medics that were in the service that would be using this new device would have the opportunity to get the training and education that they would need with this new procedure and the new technique. We had everyone come down and do many mannequin intubations using this new device so that they could get familiar with it, with the new tools that we use associated with it, and so they could get one-on-one feedback with more experienced intubators and with the medical direction staff as well.
So the other key part of a big change like implementing a new protocol or procedure or device is the data collection piece of that. Because how do you know how it's performing if you're not collecting data on it? And it's hard to collect data going backwards if you haven't thought about what you're going to collect on the front end. So when you think about the video laryngoscope, we thought about like time to intubation, how many intubation attempts, what the POGO score would be, was there suctioning, all those data points. And we built out a collection tool. So when we're reviewing those videos, we're collecting the data so we can measure the performance. I think another big part of that is the individual feedback. Do you want to talk about the individual feedback?
Yeah, one of the, I think, most valuable things of this new device is that every single intubation that we do at this service is automatically recorded, and it gets uploaded to a central database where the medical directors can view and look at these videos from start to finish and give pointed, directed feedback directly to the crews with our messaging service that we have here at MCHD, in order to give not only a clip of the video so that they can rewatch it, but also kind of annotated advice on pointers or places that they did excellent, or maybe some room for improvement so that their next intubation goes better. And those kind of details that we can provide the medics are then supplemented by the back-end data collection that we have to also provide them with how good of a view they had, some more objective data, time to intubation, and those sort of things so that they can better advance their process for the next patient.
And the cool part about that, from my perspective, from the data side of things, is we get to look at the feedback the medical director sent. We get to look at the individual data points from each intubation. And then in 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, we get to look at that data in the aggregate and say, how are we performing? And is this protocol working, or is this new procedure working? What tweaks could we make to it based off the data to make it even better? That's one of the coolest parts about my job. And I think something we do really, really well here at MCHD is we try to use data to drive change. And I think this is a really good example of how we're using data to drive change around a new procedure.
Yeah, I agree. One of the things I didn't expect to come out of this actually was kind of a changing on a thought process of how we look at innovations and success. So traditionally we've thought about first pass success being kind of the hallmark for did we do a good job with innovation. But now that we can have an opportunity to look at these videos, I think that most of us have made a frame shift in that thinking from first pass success more towards time to intubation. I think that having a smooth and a quick and expeditious intubation is better and probably more important than did the tube go in the first time we took a look.